Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I'm going to share with you perspective from a very popular XRP chart analyst who is calling a specific window of opportunity for XRP, and specifically he thinks that XRP is going to be at $17 in May in all likelihood. Pretty precise window, and I'll give you the specifics a little bit later in the video. And he thinks that there's an opportunity for a higher price level a little bit later in the year, perhaps. But what a freaking Sunday! Bitcoin running hot again. Love to see it. It's currently at $69,561 about 8 hours ago. It did breach $70,000 yet again, although it didn't quite make a new all-time high. It was above $70,000, including on Coinbase. Here you have XRP at 61.9 cents. In case anybody's curious, at the time I'm recording this, it is 1:46 p.m. Central Time on Sunday, March 10th, 2024. Man, I'm excited to show you some of the stuff that I'm going to share, especially early on in the video before I get to the most fun part, which is the XRP stuff. Because, I mean, let's be real. Like, XRP, it is so suppressed. It has been suppressed for years. It's been shackled because of the SEC nonsense. Now it's free, but if you look at the XRP BTC chart, I'm excited because it looks so terrible. If you look in terms of Bitcoin dominance, it looks absolutely abysmal, and I'm most excited because on a personal, like, it's my largest individual crypto holding, and I know for a lot of you that's the same, or even if it's not your largest holding, it's one of your larger holdings. There's a lot of us on this planet in crypto that have, I think, rightly placed confidence in XRP here. And we're going to find out sooner than later whether or not our confidence is rightfully placed. I think the answer will prove to be yes. But I do have some stuff I want to share with you first, showing other reasons to be very excited. The best is yet ahead. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. First, I wanted to share with you this post from a very popular chart analyst that goes by the name Blunt, 246,000 followers on X, and he simply wrote this morning, "Would be poetic for Bitcoin have an all-time high break right now while Wall Street is closed shop." And I just thought I'd highlight that because it did make me kind of chuckle a little bit, because that was right around the moment where Bitcoin was, approaching $70,000. And if you have exposure to the crypto asset class through a spot Bitcoin ETF, good luck if you want to sell that thing if it's really high. If it runs up on a Saturday or Sunday, good luck selling that thing. It's not exactly ideal. And so I understand, look, I'm glad that people in traditional finance have access to exposure to the crypto asset class, but my gosh, it is absolutely superior to hold your assets yourself. And I know a lot of people don't take self-custody, even though I think that's a way better idea. But if you don't, at least if it's on an exchange, you can buy and sell whenever you want. Here's a post from Crypto Insight UK. Showing confidence for Bitcoin. He said, Bitcoin, step one, $74,000, step two, $80,000. And so he's been echoing stuff like this in recent days. This was just a post from this morning, but very confident that we're going to be seeing these levels sooner than later. Well, I'll tell you this, Bitcoin's not going to hover around this level for long. Either we're going to have a correction to the downside, which would be relatively short-lived, I anticipate, regardless of how low it goes. Sometimes you do see somewhat major shakeouts, even in major bull markets. So either that happens, or we are going to see a burst to the upside and more new all-time highs. Either way, I'm going to remain in party mode because I understand, even if you do see a move to the downside, and I don't know what the probability of that is, but even if, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even almost signal the end. In fact, to make that point, if you can, it's worth taking a look at your screen right now. Here's a post from Thomas Ferrer. Bitcoin price relative to 200-day moving average. And I think, if history, even if it doesn't literally repeat, if it's going to rhyme with itself again this market cycle, we've got a lot to look forward to. So here's what he wrote. Bitcoin at $69,400 is trading 1.8x its 200-day moving average price. In some assets, this could be a sign of overheating. But history shows for Bitcoin, this is the warm-up. And he posted this just this morning. So for those of you looking at the screen, you can see where I'm circling here, the bull run in 2017 into 2018. Look at where these blue dots started. That's again, Bitcoin price relative to 200-day moving average. So that would be at twofold when it's in blue, getting up into that range anyway, getting closer to that range. Look at how long it was in that mode before it crashed back down. And it looked like it was a bit of a shorter period, the last market cycle. But even though it looks like it's a much more, it doesn't look as wide on this particular chart, that's like 2021, man. Like, that's a huge chunk of 2021. And then even after that, as it started to come down, the prices were still high. But all that to say, we've got a few blue dots on this particular chart right now, and that's it. So if history is to even rhyme with itself a little bit, we are just getting started on this, and we haven't even seen the rotation into alts that is going to be coming. Yes, we've seen it to a greater degree than previous cycles. That is true. I talked about that in a video just the other day. But most of retail, I mean, if you're going to get a new flood of retail participants, which has been historically the norm, if you're going to get it for this cycle, the vast majority of those who will enter have not yet entered. Just take that for what it's worth. There's also this post from chart analyst altcoin Sherpa, 210,000 followers on X. And he's talking about Cardano here. But there's a reason I'm highlighting this, even if you don't care about Cardano. He says, retail isn't back. You know how I know? It's because Cardano is still wrecked and has several X to go before all-time highs. So I wanted to highlight this just to note, even if you're part of the XRP community who is concerned about price, and if you've had negative sentiment, trouble sleeping, bitching up a storm on social media platform X, which is basically where our community lives, if you're one of those people, just understand that you are not alone. It's not just the XRP community that is going through this. As I've said before, and it's worth repeating, this is an example of, like, not that he's bitching, but he recognizes that, there's a lot to go. Same for XRP. This is true for every coin in bull cycles. It is low for long periods of time. Other coins pop off, makes you question, oh, did I pick the wrong ones then? It's a typical feeling from new people that are in crypto. They don't know, oh my God, this other stuff, I bought the wrong thing. That is not an indicator you bought the wrong thing. You don't know when things are going to pop off. Same for XRP, period. Now here's a post from chart analyst Greg Crypto. And this is the analyst I was referencing at the outset of the video. And so I have a couple things to say about this, but I will note, first and foremost, that what he's citing here absolutely could unfold the way that he is expecting it to. It absolutely could. Now, I don't pretend to know if it will, and maybe it won't. I don't make price predictions. I'm not a chart guy. I don't pretend to be. I'm just a dude on the internet who is excited about this crypto asset class and XRP just like you guys are. That's it. But this is, I believe, absolutely plausible. And he's talking about short time frames, which, look, for most of the time over the last 6 years, if I were seeing something like this, oh, XRP is going to pop off in the next month or two or whatever, I'd mostly be rolling my eyes, but not when we're in a bull run like this. Not when we're in a bull run. This is the time for it to happen if it's going to happen, roughly speaking anyway. Right? And so here he has an XRP price chart, and he wrote the following. XRP, May 2024 equals $17, or November 2024 equals $27. I do not like the game of timing. It's like throwing darts blindfolded. Guessing the market's timing is challenging. However, I'll take a shot and state the following. Okay, before I share the rest of what he has to say, I'll just note that that is correct. It is challenging. And I have never found a single chart analyst that has been able to consistently, correctly predict time. And the reason being is, even if you're right about what you see in the chart formation, and you look at past occurrences and you're drawing conclusions from that, even if you're drawing conclusions accurately, the truth of the matter is that certain portions of the cycle can drag out longer than in previous cycles, or they can come quicker than in previous cycles. So if you're looking back, or if you're looking at a specific chart formation, drawing conclusions from the past. And so that's why predicting time, it's like in my humble opinion, and nothing against Greg Crypto, it's kind of pointless in my opinion. And I don't mean that as some sort of slam. Like some of the best analysts out there do attempt to make predictions anyway. I'm just sharing my honest opinion. Like for instance, Credible Crypto, I think he's one of the best out there. He was predicting that Bitcoin would hit a new all-time high by the end of 2023, and that didn't happen. Now, does that mean he was wrong in his thesis? Well, it hasn't been disproven currently. In fact, he's been spot on to this point. Other than that, basically, I mean, if you look in terms of how he expects things to unfold, but he was off by 2 months. So you pick this line in the sand here just because it happens to be the end of a calendar year, and that's basically what happened. And so that didn't come to pass, so he was wrong about that. But is he wrong about his thesis? Again, not disproven. And look, 2 months later, Bitcoin did hit a new all-time high. So, and then you get a bunch of grief over it too. And so that's why, like, I get a little bit nervous for analysts when they start putting timelines out there. So again, certainly nothing against Igor Crypto, and I think that he we could look back a couple months from now, and it's true. We could see that was spot on. That actually could happen. So I know I'm just sharing my thoughts on this. But he said here, because again, he says he's going to take a shot and state the following: A, white ascending triangle. The breakout move could push the price to $17. My rationale is that Bitcoin hit an all-time high and might pull back slightly before continuing upward. Therefore, my window of opportunity for XRP is still between April to July. Okay, so I'll pause note there again. Doesn't sound crazy in the least. Like, look at where we are in the cycle. And, if I had to guess for fun, and again, just a dude on the internet here, it's not a prediction, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some major moves from XRP in the coming months. That wouldn't surprise me in the least. As far as a new all-time high, I'd be surprised if it takes it out in one go, because that hasn't ever happened in the past. Not that I can recall anyway, unless it happened in like 2014 and I'm just not thinking of it. But if you look back in like 2017 or 2020, that's not what happened. It had a major moves to the upside, pulled back, moved sideways for months and months and months, and then it had its peak for the cycle in both 2017 and 2020 going into 2021. So, but either way, like, even if that's the case, we're still going to have a lot of fun. Like, there will still be fireworks. XRP is not going to be left behind forever. I just don't pretend to know when it's going to go. But I would be shocked if it doesn't, because, look, when coins take off, it's not because those are now long-term viable. It's not that they're solving real-world problems. It's not that there's utility. They're taking off because people are FOMOing in. That's it. Look at all the meme coins taking off. Do you think they'll be here? All those are going to be here in like a decade, 2 decades? Are you kidding me? Dog with hat? No, I do not believe that is probable, sir. And then he said, B, yellow ascending triangle. The breakout move could push the price to $27, which is around 100x from 28 cents. I understand that 99% may not comprehend that 2025 will be the year of utility bull run. My rationale is that Bitcoin will reach a cycle top around $200,000, which is 10x from the 2017-2018 cycle. It will have multiple pullbacks due to washing out leverage from the system, with a 30% pullback being the norm. Therefore, my window of opportunity for XRP will be Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. XRP Army stays steady in the next 12 months. If you master the dollar sell average strategy on key price targets, you could become a millionaire. So that last part is definitely sage wisdom, basically, because just like it makes sense to dollar cost average, as he said here, dollar sell average, yeah, that's what I intend to do. I'm going to be scaling out of my position. The thing that's a little bit more intimidating when you're selling, though, is really you need to do it faster than you had to typically if you're dollar cost averaging, depending on when you jumped in, but almost always that will be true, because the opportunity for accumulation is much longer than the peaks, like the blow off tops for any coin, including XRP. Like in 2017, you got 2.5 weeks for that run before it hit the top. And then there was a little bit more time if you count on the way back down, if you wanted to sell a little bit while it's still high. Not much time. So you're going to have to, like I will be anyway, dollar sell averaging on the way up. I'm not even going to be trying to hit the top. I do not give a damn about that, as long as I'm hitting the targets I want, because it's a fool's errand. You have to be a fool to think that. And brand new people that are brand new to crypto, if you tell them that, they'll think that you're stupid if you tell them that you're not worried about hitting the top. Like they just don't get it. The new people don't get it, and the stupid people never get it. Let's be real. Some people are actually just stupid forever. It's very sad. It's very unfortunate. Now, as far as the utility bull run, I did want to say one thing, and some people may agree with me, some people may disagree, but I had some thoughts on this. I just thought I'd share it with you because he said again, I quote, "I understand that 99% may not comprehend that 2025 will be the year of utility bull run," end quote. Well, here's my thought, and again, I just respectfully disagree with this. I'm going to share with you my thoughts, and some of you may think that Greg Crypto's stance on that is correct. Some of you might agree with me. You can tell me in the comment section below. Either way, I think it's a fun topic to discuss, and I like civil discourse. So I'll just say, in my opinion, it's not utility that will drive the price of XRP this market cycle, as evidenced by the fact that the entire market is lighting up at the exact same time. If this is a utility run, does that mean that all of these coins have utility at the exact same time, more or less anyway? No. When the price inevitably craters, over 90% for many coins, does that mean that they no longer have utility? Is that why the price went? Because if the price goes up because there is utility, then when it goes back down, does that mean the utility went away? Or is it just the case that like XRP, it's having a utility bull run, but all the other coins moving up at about the same time, which just happens to be when a bull market is, the other ones don't have utility, it's just XRP or maybe a select few? And it just so happens to be that XRP is in a utility bull run and others aren't. To me, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But if XRP does hit $17, but then crashes over 80%, which would historically be pretty normal and should be expected as far as I'm concerned, if that is hit, if XRP does hit $17, does that mean the utility is then decreased for XRP? Well, obviously not. So I just don't buy into this idea that there will be a utility bull run. Utility will increasingly, yet slowly, matter over time. That's the way I look at it. So there are people like me that care about the utility of XRP, and I have since 2017. Maybe you care about utility. Is that most people that will plow in money during a bull run? No. Those are people FOMOing in, chasing green candles. That is not about utility. Definitely not. But if there are people like me and you who do care about utility continuing to come in and recognizing the utility, that will result in long-term viability, which does mean long-term, over a longer period of time, sustained price action to the upside on the whole, and long-term viability for XRP, as long as people keep coming in and keep recognizing that just like we do. So in that sense, yes, utility will prop up the price of XRP, but if you're talking about for this bull run, when you're talking about a blow off top, this or that, 2024, maybe 2025, I do not believe that personally. I know a lot of people in the community do think that's something that's going to be happening. I just respectfully disagree. I don't think that makes sense. If there's a good argument to explain why, I'd be happy to hear it, of course. I'm always willing to be persuaded, but I don't see it. I really don't see it. I think XRP is going to go because we're in a hot market. That's pretty much it. But the good news is, it's going to go. XRP isn't just going to sit on the sidelines. Money rotates through the whole damn space, son. That's what happens. That is what happens. It's going to go. I firmly believe that. I just don't pretend to know when. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.